Hello guys, welcome back to another videos of Tableau where we are talking about today some of the maps we are going to explore in this tutorial today. We are looking at heat map, motion chart, and we're going to explore the dual axis, how we can combine, go with the two different charts in the single dashboard overview. Okay, so let's just take an overview what we did in the last sessions. We first of all we just look at small data, we combine the data, and we just playing around with the small data chart sets. Maybe explore the circles or different types of chart. We can explore world map, okay, and we go with the bar chart and how we can changes the values, showing the different data set. And at the end of the last session, we absorb the dashboard. Okay, so let's just explore more today. Okay, so first of all, we are going to create the cross table first target for today. And in this one, we are going to compare the frequency of this different shipping models. Okay, let's just reduce the size for understandable. Okay, so when first of all, let's just look at the data. What data set we are having? Okay, so it's a critical one. The data set we are having is a shipping data set, store related, which is taking the store data, whatever the cities, location, country wise, region wise, okay, product name, shipping model, and different kind of things. This is the one of the sheet. Okay, we see in the last class we have two sheets, order and the people, and those one is the same data set we are using again today. Let's back to the data set. What we said, Tableau again. Okay, so compare the frequency of the different shipping model across the different order priorities. Okay, so we need a data set related to frequency. Obviously, so first of all, we go with the order priority on x-axis. Okay, let me repeat again. Column here represented the x-axis and row represents the y-axis. Okay, so order priority goes on x-axis and ship mode goes on y-axis. Okay, and we can see the data is presenting over in the sheet format. Table format we can see better, but if you observe this one carefully, we can see the data in uh, class ship mode to priority, but we cannot, what we said, we cannot ship practically see the data. We have to be just pull out the data, okay? And when it says the order priorities, okay, so I think it should be believed in between the count. I just go with the text. Yeah, you can see the data over here. Okay. Last time we explored it, we can go with the fifth width, which is going to explore more, or we have different option with here as well. Okay, let's go with the standard one. Now, when we are representing any data to any of the client or any of the presentations, or we say in the colleges at every level, this data seems to be incomplete. If you see, we have this critical data high and medium is always, but we can see nothing is present in the low values. Okay, we have few low values or blank values which is there, which need to be filled. Either it should be null, zero, whatever it should be filled. Okay, so that's a critical part. We are going to be explore more. Okay, here in the Tableau, we are going to be introduce a new field, which is called the calculated field. Okay, this is not the similar one which we did last time. Okay, last time when we split the data in the orders, we can see split and we can see multiple columns at the end. This is not the exact same. Okay, again, last time we had this data and explore it. It's not the same one, but for understanding what is the calculated field, you can say uh, like you define the specific logic of any column. Okay, let's assume we have nothing over here in these columns. It should be either zero or not. But to define this, we are going to include our new field. So just simply right click. Okay, we can see is there any option over here? Create calculated field is over here, or sometimes we are not able to find this way. So just simply go to analyze and see something options here, create calculated field. Okay, so first of all, let's just put the name. Okay, let us come down first. It seems a bit confusing. Zero null, just put it the value zero null. Okay, and Let's just explore this. We're just clicking on this one. It seems too wide. I think I need to be okay. Let me see if I can compress this one. Yeah, I can compress. Okay. So you see, in Tableau, there's a very good features which is providing in Tableau. There are some predefined functions which are present. Starting from ABS, which is having its different phases, converting negative value to positive value. But we are not, there's lots of fields, or we can say predefined functions present. We are not looking for all of them. We are looking right now is the Zn, which is going to be, if you can read the expression, if it is not null, it is otherwise return zero. Okay, basically, if your value which is being providing by you is null, then it is return zero. Otherwise, it is showing the same value. Let me just apply. Okay, okay, this thing is mismatch. Let me delete it. Okay, let me go it again. Okay, create calculated field. Okay, let me come back again to the. Okay, yeah. So we have ZX and we have going to be lookup. Okay, now which field we need actually to be identified null or not? Okay, so if you look into this count order, we have to look into this count order over here. I can let me just place it. Okay, so this is really one more thing. Let me just control that. Okay, you see this. Say if you are identify your function is working or not. Basic understanding is we say family understanding. You can see at the below error is going calculations contain error. Okay, it means your logic is not fixed properly. You have to put the field or whatever it is missing. Let's just add. Okay, you see the other is one. Calculation is valid. So we just simply apply this one. Okay, and let's just rename it. I think we just missed to name it. Zero null, and simply apply. We just simply paste into text. Control Z. Okay. Let's just take it again. Text size. Control Z. Let me just do it one more time. Let me just remove this. Okay, I think we have to remove this. And we have to simply use zero null. Okay. Hold a second. Zero null not here. And order count here, text size. And order on here as well. Let's just expand it one more time. It's not showing the way which is so obviously it seems to be incorrected. And it just okay. So I think we are missing one point over here. But if you can see last time when I was just simply doing this, it is showing me error. Okay. I'm not showing error, the calculation is right, but we forget to put a compare parameter. Okay, which is I'm going to put compare parameter as 0. Okay. So after putting this value, we see we have the count order. We just remove this. We use the text, and you see it's all. Let me just go to the standard scenario and zero null. Let's just put the color scenario not working. And so let's just remove this. Okay, let's just take it outside. Now, this is looking good. But somehow, if someone asks you, then like, this is a small data, you say it is 4 cross row data, and someone asks you to find out the having we say 40 cross row data, and we have to identify what is the largest and minimum value. We can look into this one, but for the larger data, we need to be more accurate. Okay, so for that scenario, we are using the heat map. Let me just pull out the heat map. Okay, you see. So that is how it is the cross tabling with this one scenario. We are done with this one. Let's just go with the next module. Next module is we are having the motion chart. Okay. Before moving to forward, we look into two things: heat map and calculated fields. Okay. Calculated fields, I'll just give you an overview like how we are going to edit field one. First, we have to ensure that whenever we are creating the calculated fields, the logic must be right. Otherwise, you will see a data mistake and it I have to identify that one. Let's move forward. Next one is the motion chart. Okay, we have to investigate the market-wise sales. Motion chart one. Okay. Let's see what is the scenario we are having. Okay, so basically we have to identify the market sales records. So let's just started with the market sales. So what should be the x-axis and y-axis? I think we are going the market sales record. Obviously, we need the market details first of all. We say market on the x-axis, okay, and we are going the sales comparison. So let's just sales on the y-axis, okay. So this is market sales record, and I think this is quite okay. But let's just be more accurate on this one. How can we modify this one? Let's just with the year wise we have to be compared. So let's just order data. Yearly, not quarterly, yearly. Okay. We have to go like this. I just take 2012 to 2015, starting and end of this one year. Okay. Then let's just on the color class. What should we can we add over here? Let's just start segment on the color. Okay. It's okay. And what else we can, order date we are having? Let's just start order date at the labels. Okay, so we can see yearly data 2020, 2015. Let's just modify it a bit. Let's just go with the every year. Okay. Okay, let's just remove it and just add it again. Remove this one as well. I just select all and just click on OK. Okay, let's just add segment and over here. We just added over this, and what else we need over here? Okay, so I think this is not the right one. Let's just go with the filter should not be, see, if we let's just go with the lines one. Okay, you can see H1, but it is still too congesting. If you can see, more complexity is creating. Let's just keep it line, but let's just move filter from here and add it over the pages. Okay, so pages is like the new thing we are done over this session. Pages is we can see identify yearly based on record. If you come to the right side on this one, you can see 2012 records, we just 2013 records, 2014 and 2015 records. Okay, but if someone comes to you, if we are representing the sales record to the organizations or the at some standard levels, you cannot show every time move to the next scenario, then we can show over them. So better to just move on to the right side, right click on show history and go on all. Okay, it seems readable. And then you just go on like this. Okay, it just hit this one. It will auto come on next year. Okay. Let me just show it again. I click next 2013 games, 2014 games, and 2015 games. If you want to keep it this on you, you can do like this as well. Not here. I think it should be some option should be here. Okay, yeah. Loop playback. I think it could be a more understanding. You see, I'll just stop and I just give a small push. 2013, 2014, 15, 12, and it start going. Okay, sometimes it's take initially to push himself, but if you see now it's genuine when you are going to present some scenarios, some seminars or the IT sales organizations teams, this quite more understandable to show the data how it is reflecting over the different continents. Okay, different market we can say, not the continent, different market, right? How it is going with yearly, obviously. Okay, so this is the motion chart. We are showing the how data has been changing year by year. So let's just create another motion chart where we are going to be simply showing the motion chart between 2011 to 2014. And when we are come to this one, I just say MT2. Okay, so we in the last page we observe the pages, how pages role can be crucial to show multi-year data, especially when we are showing them in a floated way. Okay, so we are going to be explore it more on this one. Let's just say order data, order date we are taking in the columns. Not picking, we'll just pick it up again. Okay, and let's just take the sales on the row axis, comes to the order date on the pages again. Okay, we can simply show the data and let's just take the mark circle. I think this is it's slow. 1 year we can see. Okay, this is 2012, 13, 14, and 2015. But I think if we wanted to show them in a motion way, or we can say continuous way. Okay, so what should be the best way to use? Okay, let's just click on show history. Okay, we have a trial options, and let's just select this one and just leave. And just try to push. See, it's work. Okay, working, but still line is not showing, right? So how can we modify this one? Okay, so yeah, I just selected the all and we'll just push it again. Or we go in the loop as well, loop playback and just start it. See, it's auto running. A kind of motion when you are going to represent somewhere in the webinars or in the class, it is like automatically showing kind of small, very small automation level things, automatically graph, giving you the yearly data. This is the another motion chart we can use in Tableau. Okay, let's just move into the last for the today's session, dual axis. Okay, where we are seeing the sales and profit across different segment. Okay, before going to this one, page we can see a literally kind of use where on the different pages we combine into this single chart representations or single view representation, sheet representation. We see in this one and see the before. Before that, we didn't cross table, we use filters. Okay, filter is going to be help us to identify data based on yearly or quarterly, whatever we use. It's help us to identify over there. Let's just use another one. The last one for the today's session, dual axis. Let me just minimize it and resize it. Okay, let's just firstly understand what is dual axis. Is basically chart where we use two different axes or y-axis or the same axis, compare two different data sets on the same graph. Okay, so basically we are going to be combined two different data sets together or two different graphs together into the similar scenario. I just started with this one. We need to show our sales. Okay, so let's start it with this segment on the x-axis, and let's just come on to this downward where we are going to sales and profit. Okay, I think this is going to be a bit complex because till then before, I think whatever we are using single variable on the rows and the y-axis, or we are using multiple variable on the y-axis. So in this kind of scenarios, when where we are saving two different charts and we have to combine into a single chart, we are, if you can see, we have a two drop downs in the marks. First of all one, second is sales, third is profit. Okay. So the profit one, I think we can just replace it with the line and just sales go with the, obviously it's going with the same scenario, and we'll just add it over there. What else we can add over to come merge them into same one? We just name. That's the good scenario. Okay. Let us come to the below one. What else we can add? Measures name, profit. Okay. You see, this is a bit kind of we say combined, but not properly combined. We have to be over mix them into the single one. What else we can do? Any idea? Okay. So I think we just find this scenario the way of this one. You see, this is a bit complex of showing differences on, and it seems observed as well to the anyone who is doing. So let's just go on to the sum profit, right click on this one and click on dual axis. If you click on this dual axis, you can see it is coming over like this one. Okay, let's just stretch this a bit. And this is how data is looking. It just go into the sales one. It is going automatically. Let's just go with the bar data. Okay. Now we can see the data yearly as well. But if you just want it to the bit more, if you see on the left side, this is the sales data and profit data. If anyone who is clean with this sales data, he just trying to be get these things on same level. So either you just simply like go this way or just remove this one, simply show header, or you can simply, if you want, you can keep it like this. Okay. Or either if you just want it other as well, you just want to like this, you can go back to the previous way. But the most consuming way for the dual axis is this one only. Okay. So this is the another one dual axis, and this is I think done for the today. Okay. I think yeah. Let me just reset it again. Here's one going instead of automatically the bar chart, and let's just expand it. Okay, and let me just hide it. Yeah, you can show the data. It is going to be profitable. What the profit is. One more thing, you can see this is not the value is not exactly matching with the bar chart. Here you can say 6,500K and he is 749K, but showing the chart on the consumption base is going down. You can change this as well. We'll look into the later sessions how we can make into this one previously, but more accurately, this is the right way to represent anything. Okay. Or if you want something else, you just right click or some more options. Okay, we'll just leave it here and we'll come to the next session. We'll look how we are going to be use more chart. But today's sessions will look motion chart, dual axis, cross tables, filters, how we are using the filters, how we are using the pages to be modifying in our motion chart. And last but not least, we can say least but not last, how we are adding multiple columns or multiple data in the similar row and how we are combining the same graph. So thanks all. Thanks for